good evening, everyone, and welcome to Roulette Rivals 9. We have a console lower bracket round 1 game this evening for you between SovietDubov and Fe2o3. Where are we heading? We are heading to Sapienza, sunny Italy, for our first destination, which is the choice of SovietDubov, and we will then head to Whittleton Creek. What maps have we got banned? Soviet has banned Marrakesh, and we have Mumbai banned by Fe3. Quick look at the stats. Soviet, as I said, this is his map choice, and he has been here 7 times in total. He's won 2, lost 4, and tied 1. Fe, meanwhile, only been here just the once and did lose on that occasion. I don't know why that was blocked, but there we go. So not much stats from Fe. Obviously, he's still a fairly new player. Soviet, meanwhile, yeah, actually got a fair bit of experience. Maybe not all super positive for him with the win rate there, but I think Sapienza is a bit of a coin toss map, and that doesn't always reflect in the stats. But yeah, I mean, Sapienza is one of those maps, I would say. You can always get anything that can just cause utter mayhem. You know, just like a red plumber or something that's out of the way, and it can throw many people's timings off. Even, well, you know, it doesn't matter how well you think you know the timings. It's easy to make a quick mistake. So, very much hoping that is sort of what we see here. Something a little bit out there. And there is another game ongoing at the same time, so I'm sure someone can post as a multi-Twitch in, so hopefully both games are going to go well. But we have our first spin coming up right now. We have Silvio Caruso with the combat knife as a delivery man, Francesco De Santis, circumcision knife, and the hazmat suit. So I'm feeling, you know, it's a little bit knifey, is this spin. The combat knife, this could actually be a spin where it's viable to not bring one in with you, because you are going to be down in the hazmat suit area getting that disguise. So you could well get the free combat knife that is on the map here. It is fairly in the open, but not too difficult to grab. I think lab tech is probably going to be what we see here. I can already see Fe getting that lined up. Stream quality looks a bit dodgy, but no, that is all good on my side. Just make sure we have the best settings possible. And yeah, both players loading in pretty much at the same time here, so you don't know where the combat knife is. So there is a combat knife on the map. It's down by the aeroplane in the caves. And as Pidgey has just done for us there, thank you very much, sir. Hitmaps.com will give you all of that information as well. But yeah, it is just in the middle of the open, really, down by the aeroplane sort of area. Not too difficult to grab. Soviet has opted for a suit start outside the main area, so he can get that delivery man disguise nice and quick. And Fe gone the other way around, and he will be starting lab tech to grab that quick hazmat suit. So let's see who has the better strat here. Soviet might be thinking of trying something a little bit crazy. I just realised, let's get some game audio from one of these guys as well. Here we go, we can hear that lovely Darth Vader mask. There you go, that observer is casting our other game because he's a hero. So yeah, make sure to set up a multi-Twitch, guys, if you want to catch both of these matches. But yeah, I'm curious to know which method's going to be faster here. I personally think the hazmat suit nice and early would be the optimal way, because you don't want to come down here if you can avoid it. You can set up this remote EMP, which is what Fe is going to do, so he can just go for a different disguise. I don't know if that EMP is safe being left on the bottom of the laptop there. I don't know if that lab tech can grab that, which could cause him some issues. I know if you place it on the screen, it's normally pretty safe. I'm not sure it's safe to be left on the bottom of that laptop there, but we will find out. And there we go, I'm hearing from both Pidgey and Crudy. Put it under the table. I'm pretty sure it's safe on the actual laptop screen, Crudy. I've tried that myself, and it seemed to work, and not unless it's by chance, perhaps. but I am curious anyway. And yes, you are right. I suppose he could technically bring that guy near the laptop to do this. Could also go and just knock him back out. I'm assuming he'd then get his EMP back. I don't actually know how that works, but Soviet is going to go up for the 2:30 timing to isolate Francesca, but obviously not in the right disguise. So she will just be left in this side room until he can get back up in the hazmat suit. Fe just stuck waiting for this guard to move out of the way. He will turn around in a second. Now's his chance if he wants to run pie. Yeah, you are safe, yep. Because he's only got 10 seconds or so to get up for the easy timing, as we call it. He does have a little bit of a window. The guard does say turn around for a few seconds, but I think he might be pushing this a bit too close here, Fe, and this could be dangerous. That guard will turn around. He might have to use a trank, maybe. He did look like he was potentially slightly delayed. Oh, and he's missed the throw as well, just to make that extra awkward. And this is surely going to be a restart here from Fe. I mean, he may as well at least attempt to salvage this here. There's a chance the red guns are just Francesca still, which no, he's unfortunately going to keep those red guns. Yeah, the guard did see him. It seemed highly unlikely because he wasn't quite hidden behind that desk, so that's a very, very costly rip. Oh, and a simultaneous rip from Soviet as well, who the chef has heard the knockout of Sylvia, all the shouting, and has run straight in and caught those knocked out bodies. So back to square one for both of these guys, pretty much 5 minutes in exactly, and we're going from the very beginning. Yeah, it's a very... I mean, both of these guys appear to be on old-gen consoles as well, because fairly slow load time, so if this goes to a photo finish, I'm sure Crudy's got his work cut out for him. Yeah, so we're going to see identical starting strats. Soviet going to stick with the delivery man first, Fe going to stick with the hazmat suit first. I'm hoping he puts that on a different location on that desk now. I don't like where that is being left personally. Just gonna get a quick link. There's a multi Twitch link, guys, if anyone does want to watch both. Setting up the pings, guys. Sorry about this. We have seen these guys strats. We know what's going on. So yeah, Fe has this EMP down again. I didn't see where he placed that, but I'm guessing we probably placed it in the same position. So yeah, let's see who's got the faster strat here, because we're pretty much identical now. We're side by side, as it were, in terms of in-game times for two identical strats, which is pretty unusual, I would say. I don't think it's a common occurrence, especially given that both players were in their first spins for 2 or 3 minutes as well. So far, I'm liking the methods these guys are using. Fe looks like he's a bit better on the old timing this time around as well. He should be able to beat this guard through. Bit of whoosh, but nothing to worry about. That will make that kill much, much easier for Fe, because he's going to be a bit less sort of panicked for time. Soviet is going to have a 30-second wait now while he waits for her to get into position. I don't think he's got any tranks he wants to use here to make isolating her a bit quicker. Obviously, he can't get the kill then anyway, so there's not really much of an advantage for him. Needs to get the right knife. There we go, circumcision knife for Fe3. So he can get that kill in sort of roughly 10 seconds or so. Yes, I do love waiting simulator. Here we go. Fe slightly ahead in terms of game sort of positioning. Make sure that is locked on. Yeah, there we go. And that is kill number 1 for Fe. Just a knockout from Soviet. An Fe, as long as he has that EMP, as long as that EMP is still in place, it could be looking very good, because the delivery man is a fairly easy disguise to get when you have a trank. Yes, good point actually, Blunts. Yeah, there is that strat, so you can throw an object at the ceiling, which will send a guard up to the roof, or inside the roof, I should say. But they obviously would go back at some point as well, and Effie's got a lockdown on Caruso, but obviously the door is firmly locked, so that no one will hear that. So that is an isolation done. He's going to go and grab the mansion guard disguise just to make navigation around here a little bit easier. As we see, Soviet has just got his delivery man combat knife kill done on Silvio. So one target apiece, but Fe already has the virus and Silvio knocked out. So he is going to be a little bit ahead in terms of the pace of his strategy. So, yeah, I'm curious to know which one's faster, but assuming the EMP has remained in position, I do think Fe running a closer strat. He's going to go all the way up through the ICA safe house, because he has a smuggle point up here, which we can just about see on his mini-map. He's going to want to pick that up. Soviet heading down into the caves. Probably going to take the virus out while he's down here. I'm not sure if he has a method with him to... Oh, he KO'd the tech guy. Thanks, Crudy. I didn't catch that. I was too busy pinging people. And you're all moaning about being pinged as well, even though that's the whole point. But yeah, Soviet does have an EMP in his hands as well. That'll make his virus deletion very easy as well. So he's going to go under the table, as you can see there. That is what Crudy mentioned in chat before. Does make that quite the safe EMP, because that now the lab tech can't grab that. Fe has got himself a delivery man entering the villa grounds through the ruins here. Is a legal disguise to run around the grounds with once you've got in. Doesn't want to hit the frisk point, hence why he's gone through the ruins. He must have started with his combat knife as well, so he already has that in his inventory. So it's looking very good for Fe, because we know Silvio is already isolated, and we also know, of course, that the EMP should be firmly in place if he did knock out that lab tech. So very good from Fe, as long as he doesn't get hit by this camera, knows to avoid it and come down here. Brilliant stuff. And this is pretty much done, I would say now. Should be all good, just needs to make sure doesn't get spotted at all now. Roam around those grounds, going to swap into a mansion guard. That guard is nowhere to be seen. Wants to shut that door, hope he did. Yeah, doesn't hit the camera the second time around. Very good stuff. And here we can see, this is the advantage that we can see that Fe had over Soviet. Soviets have to take such a back alley route to get to the hazmat suits. It's just taking so much time off his spin. It's quite a lengthy process, because you can't just run straight through at these guys, because like there's just enforcers everywhere for all the cave disguises. And Fe, oh, did he? Oh god, there was just some latency. I think I was going to say I heard the detonator go and then nothing happened, so I had a bit of a panic there. But all good. GG to Fe3. He will be taking Sapienza, which was of course Soviet's map pick as well, but he will not be able to get anywhere within this 47-second window. Too much to do for Soviet, unfortunately, even with the virus already being prepped with the EMP. It's just too much to do in the 47-second window. But yeah, that definitely could have been a close one. I think we've just seen the advantage of the lab tech start and getting that hazmat suit nice and quick. Proved super advantageous. Nice, 6 minute 21. I think Crudy must have just been waiting for the old 5 stars there. But yeah, very nice from Fe3, sorry. 6:21 in game time for a hazmat, and a delivery man is nothing to be ashamed of. Very good indeed. And as you can see, we're now off to Whittleton Creek, which will be the choice of Fe3, which is a map that honestly I think a lot of people are probably fairly confident on as well. The strats there are fairly I can't even think of the right word. fairly safe, let's say. There's always a safe time to get somewhere in the sort of 5.5 to 6.5 minute in-game time range. So as long as you're around there, chances are you're doing pretty well. You want to see a battle axe spin. The battle axe has in fact been removed as a condition from Roulette Rivals 9. That is no longer an option on Whittleton Creek. It was voted for by the admins and the roulette admins, and we just decided overall it wasn't worth it. You know, it didn't add much over like a fire axe or something like that. It just required a bit of setup that most people wouldn't really discover on their own. You know, you pretty much had to rely on hit maps to learn that one, because it is a fairly obscure Easter egg to open all the doors, you know, unlock the vault, and then ring the doorbell 3 times. It's a bit of a strange one, so it was removed for that reason. Yeah, I think other than that, I don't think Whittleton is a map that has changed, other than, of course, the fire is now legal across all targets, with the exception of Eric Soda's on Hokkaido. We've not actually got a time for this spin yet. Oh, there we go. Spoke too soon. It's just come in. Thank you, Crudy. But I'm just going to go and grab a quick drink, so I'm just going to send you guys to the Whittleton briefing, so enjoy this one. And there we go. That was our briefing. Gave me a chance to get a nice drink and have a bit of a chill. It's nice and warm here still, so it was nice to have a quick break. And let's have a quick look here. So apparently we have Soviet, who's never been to Whittleton Creek in a Roulette Rivals tournament before. We've got no data or stats. Fe, meanwhile, we have just the one piece of data, which is that he played it once and lost that time. And yeah, so this is his choice. He must have made friends with that since that game. I'm not even sure who that was against, to be honest. Let's have a quick look on. Oh, we might have had a delay potentially going on here. I'm guessing someone has asked for a quick delay. It was against TK47, that loss, or Adam TK as he is often known. And yeah, Crudy, if you can just let me know what's going on, dude. Hopefully all is good. 2-minute delay, admin issues, and there must have been something wrong with the old spin there. The classic browser crash. Yeah, it happened to me the other day, dude. Happens to us all. So yeah, spin should now be coming in at 20 past the hour, so we've got another couple of minutes of me waffling about Whittleton Creek. And I have already seen the spin. I am someone who verifies that for him. So I can't pretend to talk about that, unfortunately. It does give time for Mando to set up a prediction. Pidgey, you're right. What a nice guy. So you've got a new spin. Oh yeah, of course you have, yeah. No problem. Right. Who wins? Whittleton Creek. And you guys can have 2 whole minutes. Yeah, so the spin we were going to have has been reset due to Crudy's unfortunate browser issues. It does happen occasionally. It happened to me just the other day. There we go. Yep, so we've got our data back. Map record 524 by ChrisX3 from RRWC 2021, which, given that that is not in-game time, that is in fact RTA. So that involves all of his pre-planning. That is such a wild time, but it's a time I would still love to be beaten, because I do love me a good world record. And yeah, let's see what we get here, because we will be finding out ever so soon. And yeah, I mean, I do like a record spin, although I must admit I do also quite like a chaos spin. Live kills, loud kills, stupid disguises, the lot. They're all my favourites. Well, we don't have to speculate. We have Janus Scissors as the police deputy, Nolan Cassidy, Loud Explosive as a server. So server start here from both for sure, or at least I would assume so. Quick jaunt to grab yourself a police deputy. There is plenty around. Scissors are in Helen's house. They are the only pair on the map. And the rest is just your standard Wilton, really. I think, you know, chat's already out. Caster's already out. Call it off. I think we're done. We can all go home. We've won 4-0, guys. We did it. Soviet is, in fact, though, you know, we're going to play this out anyway. We can see Fe lining up a server start, but he is still in his pre-planning phase, so Soviet is going to power ahead. He is already getting himself loaded into the level. And this pre-planning time could be costing Fe here on a map like Wilton. Soviet has gone for the garbage man start. It is a very easy to grab the server. Not a problem whatsoever. So he might just be going for a very quick Janus. I thought we might have got a police deputy on the way in, because there is one very close by. So let's see what the plan is here. He is going to isolate Janus first, which is fairly standard. Oh, and he's accidentally let himself get too much whoosh from Gunther, so he's going to restart straight away. So simultaneous loading here for these guys. Soviet should be a little bit faster because he has already now loaded in once. So Soviet back in. Meanwhile, Fe's still loading. So Soviet's going to do the exact same thing we just saw. Yes, I agree. Get Deputy and Scissors and then get Janus downstairs would be my choice as well. Soviet, he will be isolating Janus right here, and Gunther, of course, as well. So that is that done already. Nice and quick, but he is going to have to now go and grab himself his police deputy. He's probably going to get himself the clues as well on his way down. Or whilst he's in the house already, I should say. One less thing to worry about. Yeah, it looks to be where he's heading. Knock this guy out safely, because Janus shouldn't ever get found. Oh, and he just completely ignored that pistol shot. And yeah, that is a rip from Soviet, because he just completely disregarded that. Didn't care at all. Strange that he went for the pistol shot, to be honest, because he definitely would have had plenty of time just to throw a crowbar at that guy's cranium. Fe going for this police deputy, but he hasn't got a trank, which is going to be an issue for him. So he might just go for the much safer one at the shed over here. Or I know he's got a taunting dart gun, which is of course just a trank skin in his briefcase at the bench. So as long as he doesn't get seen firing this shot, he should be absolutely fine. Just having a quick look at the map. Literally. Just waiting for this. The guy who talks to the mailman, actually, I've just realised what he's staring at. He's waiting for him to get out of the way. He, of course, would see the police deputy and run over and panic. And I'm sure for Fe that felt super painful. That guy walks so painfully slow. But here we have him. He's just tranked the police deputy. And changed disguise. It should be pretty safe behind that bench. I don't think there's much of a chance of being spotted from back there. He is going to be potentially slightly concerned about the timings now. I think Soviet also just missed his thrown crowbar, but there we go. So yeah, Fe might be a bit concerned about getting back to Nolan for the 4:30, well, ish garage isolation. So yeah, but he will be. In fact, has Fe already grabbed the scissors? I don't remember seeing him do it, but maybe I was in another world. I think I did see them in his inventory, actually. That's where Soviet is heading right now. Fe is not even going to attempt to get him downstairs. He's just going to start the gramophone law, even though he's downstairs. Hopefully he's not outside already. Just about. He was in the kitchen, so yeah, sheesh. That's pretty much all I've got to say on that. Soviets found the scissors. Turn the gramophone off as well. And fortunately for him, Gunther is following pretty close by, because sometimes he sort of ends up too far back to want to wait for, but then you just kill him, and you have to make sure you box him quick enough, and there's a whole issue there. And Soviet has peekabooed a server. He also had one reacting to the little fish figurine. Fe is actually going to trank Gunther, even though it's not strictly needed. Needs to wait a second to throw those scissors. There we go. So that is kill number 1. A little bit of latency on the old server, because it has not come up saying that he's dead, even though he's had scissors in his cranium. There we go. That is a lot of server latency for Fe2o3. So that is yeah, not ideal. I wondered for a second if he'd accidentally thrown the scissors and hit Gunther as he was falling over from the trank or something, but it seems like that issue's been fixed. Just the servers, as Crudy has said there for us, Xbox servers are so trash. Direct quote, but if they're anything like what I've just seen, I entirely agree. So there we go. And Fe's just swapped back into his server disguise. Going to be a little bit late for the Nolan isolation in the garage. So I'm curious as to know what he's going to do here. I think he has got a Seeker in his inventory still. So you might just plan to send him to the bathroom in the Cassidy house. Yeah, and it's definitely too late for that isolation. Yeah, he's got a Seeker. Yeah, and this looks to be what he's going to do. So I don't think this is how he planned for this to go down. But it is how it's going to go down. Just needs to be really careful here, because it's, you know, there's a lot of eyes in this room. And it's not the easiest shot either, because there is like some pretty weird invisible walls and things. I don't think he's going to want to fire a trank over that guy. That might just cause him to lock down. I don't think this is going to be the right call. Yeah, and that is going to cause a panic and target lockdown. Instant combat compromised. Yeah, and that is what I was worried about. And yeah, that was a lot of commotion, and I think that might have handed Soviet the win here, because he is playing very calm and very collected. He's just going to go for a safe garage isolation. Hasn't got the Janus kill done already, but he can obviously just leave a loud explosive here. Get the clues while he's over here, and yeah, it's going to be looking pretty good. Soviet did just lock a shovel in that garage, which is interesting, because he does need one, but that's fine. Batty looks to be walking away, so he's not even going to have any issues at grabbing these clues. Yeah, this is a major advantage to Soviet, especially now Fe's doing some replanning. It's going to be 5+ minutes ahead in game time here. Yeah, that was just pretty. I think Fe just waited a bit too long. I think he would have actually been able to hit the Seeker whilst he was well, whilst he had they were sort of cornered where the actual fumigation pump thing comes in from. I think that would have actually been his best shot to take that shot. And here we can see he's got an easy police deputy, has Soviet. He did knock out that one at the shed I mentioned before. Fe gone for a complete change of strat now as well. We're going, what's it called? Exterminator start, which hasn't paid off, unfortunately. That does obviously trank everyone in the house straight away. Or sedate them, technically. Yeah, this is looking very good in favour of Soviet now. Now we're going to be closer to 6.5 minutes in-game time advantage. He's going to have to do a bit of travelling back and forth to get these disguises, but he has all of his targets isolated that he needs, so Should be a fairly simple job for him. It's just time consuming in terms of travel, but when your opponent is restarting, obviously he doesn't know that, but there's not much for him to worry about. All his clues are already done, so yeah, just needs to be careful. Don't do any stupid mistakes like he nearly went to do that. Just, you know, keep yourself calm, dude. Gonna fire a trank at this guy, actually. Has one spare, has two spare, in fact. I might even use his second one here. Yeah. May as well. He's not going to use that for anything else, so that is his scissor kill done. Now just has to run back to grab his server disguise. Has the detonator in his hand for his explosive weapon, or his loud explosive weapon. And then he can stand by an exit, and job done. Fe still doing some planning there, so this is pretty much as good as over. I can't see, so I mean, Soviet even has his server in a safe little shed, so unless there's some kind of super stupid wall hack, then this is definitely map 2 going to Soviet. So they've traded maps, which means we will head into our decider map. And so far, this has been a game worthy of a decider, because both of these guys have played pretty well, actually. A couple of rips here and there, but that's to be expected. And yeah, Soviet back in his server disguise. We'll go and stand at the bus stop. Explosive detonator in hand. We'll fire that off, and job done. Yeah, green guns on exit, so as soon as we see that 5 stars, Prudy can confirm that one for us. And yeah, so now, well, once we get our confirmation in a second, we'll also have our third map revealed to us. There we go. We can see our deciding map will be Hokkaido, which is a map that definitely has potential to either be very long, as we saw the other day, which I think that was pretty much of the 47 minutes. I think we closed that out, and I think there's 26 seconds left on the clock. And then we also have the world record on Hokkaido of 3:25 RTA, so very much a coin toss, as it were. But I don't know how long we've got, so I'm just going to send you guys, we've got 5 minutes, so I'm going to send you guys over to the Hokkaido briefing while I go and grab myself another drink. And welcome back again. That was a pretty quick briefing in Hokkaido, so yeah, that didn't stall for as much time as I wanted, so I had to be very, very quick there. But let's see, Fe just having some issues with the old Hitman servers there, actually, so that's interesting timing. And yeah, because I can see you guys in chat, you know, that the world record, as we can see, joint. We got 3:25 by Pajero and 3:25 by Blythe. Both Hokkaido, both same tournament, which is yeah, one of those things. Interesting because it happened twice. That was for Pidgey. He had an assault rifle as resort security. For Soda's Yamazaki silent pistol bodyguard. Blythe had silent SMG handyman, Yuki consumed poison motorcyclist. So, you know, yeah, I mean, as Pidgey's just pointed out as well, his definitely could have been faster, but he was scoffed and he couldn't handle it, so he had to have a restart. He couldn't handle the pressure. You know, it is what it is. We don't need to talk about it. We've just had a quick time extension as well, so I'm guessing we've had delay requested. I think that's probably because Fe, yeah, he's just had to reboot. And we've got a bit of extra time to play with here, so what can we talk about? We may as well talk about the old stats for all of 10 seconds that I can. We have only Soviet has been here, in fact. He's been here 5 times, won 3, lost 2, so 60% win rate for Soviet. Looking better than Fe going into this. I'm hoping Soviet's not just had a rip at the same time. That would be not ideal. I think he's just had a game crash, in fact. Yeah, so I had a couple of minutes delay. We're going live now at 40 past the hour. Yeah. Not really sure what else we can waffle on about. What do we waffle on about for 3 minutes? I can't even pretend I don't know the spin because I do. So let's just ask chat. What do you guys want to see? I'm sure there must be things that you guys like to see on, especially maps like Hokkaido. I mean, a lot of people like all the crazy robot arms or bloody fire and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that sounds better. Yeah, that sounds what I'd expect. Pidgey, don't want to see a world record spin. Don't want to beat Pidgey, of course. Crudy, I like that. Yeah. So does Fe2o3, so does Fe2o3. They are excellent kills. So easy as well. I can't believe people don't know how to do those. You can see some Yuki falling object in a hostile disguise. Just for fun. Yeah, that's one of those things. If you know, you know. If you do the old cigarettes in the restaurant, that can be pretty darn safe. But a lot of people still prefer the far riskier explosive on top of the lamps as style points. Hopefully more fire from Pidgey, you sadistic person, you. In fact, Matty as well, you both want Yuki fire. Yuki fire helicopter, yes, of course. Because that has only come up twice so far, so, third time's the charm. Art games, you want some Yuki injected poison with some stupid disguise. I'm guessing you mean like ninja or motorcyclist or baseball or something along those lines. Which normally just means the old sauna strat. But yeah, I mostly agree with all of these. I quite like the ideas of these some of these spins. I must admit, I don't want to see fire. We've had Hitman. We've had Hokkaido fire twice now. Give us a break, we don't need any more fire. We've had enough fire for the time being. Fire can return in a couple of days when we've all forgot about it and it feels fresh. And hopefully still not on Hokkaido. Give it on a map where we want more crazy stuff. Especially ones where you can't just like wall hack the Molotov. That's, I mean, I do like Bangkok, for example, but Jordan Cross fire could be very easily done if you throw that through the floors. There's so many sort of places where you'd be able to do that to him. But we won't have to worry for much longer. Well, at least chat, you won't have to worry for much longer because we will see the spin in 10 seconds time. Coloured there. So does explosive gardener Yuki-san pistol bodyguard, i.e., done before you even start. But here we go. We have Eric Soda's loud assault rifle as VIP Amos Dexter. We have Yuki Yamazaki Scissors as VIP Jason Portman. So lots of VIPs, This is going to be the sweet start. You're going to start default. That gives you access to your scissors. It can give you access to both disguises. And yeah, I would also guess a Seeker Yuki, because then you can get her done within the first 90 seconds. And you would also then have the disguise for... If you have the bubblegum here, then this is such a good spin. Bubblegum, a Seeker, and you could be looking really, really healthy. You can even bring a loud assault rifle with you in a briefcase if you wanted to. But yeah, Fe just having some more time to think about this. So let's see. Soviet hasn't got a gun. He's just going to bring him over manually. Obviously, Portman is less of a concern as well. That's always worth noting because, he's obsessed with... what's the fella? Helmut Kruger. So he's obsessed with him. So as long as you just walk up to him, he will sort of follow you wherever the hell you want. Soviet's also got the old fart grenade planned. He's actually going to wait for Dexter. There's one disguise already grabbed for Soviet here. Fe going for something different. He's going to run straight to grab Portman first. Yeah, that's too risque, my friend. You need to take him back into his own suite. That will solve all of your problems. So Soviet is just on the hunt. I think he's going to go and try and find Portman. I don't know if that's who the old fart grenade is for. As I said, it's not strictly needed. You can just walk up to him, but I suppose this is probably a bit quicker. Yeah, that is for him. He has caught the patient there as well, the lady. It might mess around with some of the bathrooms slightly, but as long as he's careful, he should be fine. You can use a snail for Dexter, Danny. Yes, that's a very good point. And Portman is not going to the right bathroom for Soviet here. Yeah, these guys are gonna make very close friends with one another. This isn't ideal for Soviet because that guy is just gonna stand there and berate him. He's not gonna change. Yeah, there we go. They've made very good friends. So let's just watch Fe, guys. You know, we don't want to get, well, not even copyright. What's the word? You know, complained about basically for sexual content on Twitch. So we'll pretend that didn't happen. Fe has just been spotted firing his Seeker dart into Yuki. Oh dear me, he's not having a great time of it at the moment. Soviet just waiting. I think he's going to try and just get him out here. He's actually going to that actually brings the guy from the toilet out. So he's got a very small window here to knock him out, box him, change disguise. Bear in mind, he is also going to have to come back in here because he is going to be leaving his Amos disguise in here. No, he's smart enough to wait at least. There you go. I like that. The briefcase on the floor. You are going to have to leave that bathroom, dude. He is not very happy when you're in here. You will have to leave. Yeah, there we go. I'll give him time to run in and put him in a chokehold. Or maybe not. No, he's going to... Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I feel like he should have choked him out. Because that is just one less thing to worry about. Because he is now going to potentially have issues getting Dexter. And Soviet is also... you know, she's already on her way to the sauna here. So he's going to have to bump her and try and stall her. Because he needs to get that sauna emptied if this is what he's planning. I mean, it technically doesn't need to be empty. You can just do it anyway. But... it's far easier if the sauna is already empty. These guys do take an age to get out of there, so he might have to go and do a fair bit of bumping. They do take an age. Yeah, just go and bump it, dude. No, he's not too late yet. It should be okay still. That second guy does take a lot longer though, so it's cutting it closer than I would like. Let's see if that works. Yeah, there we go. He's got that off. So, but the thing is, that guy is now in the bathroom. I know he's going to leave. I didn't realize. I thought he stayed there for a little bit longer than that. That's not too bad. So he has the disguise. He has the scissors. Scissors are in her face. He's not going to opt to... oh, and that's been heard, so he's going to have a bodyguard to deal with. He should be the only person who comes in. You can just drop a key hacker and that should turn him around. I'd just subdue him as well. You may as well just let him in and subdue him. I mean, I would much rather, given that he's already opened that door, I would much rather he hides that body. I'd feel a lot more comfortable. But maybe he must know more than me. That body must be confirmed safe, otherwise I can't see him leaving that there. Now, this is his next issue. So is he just going to knock out all of the bathroom? And yeah, he's actually just bumped him and been able to get behind him. That is a very messy toilet seat. I don't think anyone should ever need to look at that, ever. So we'll pretend we didn't see that, because that is not looking good. But he's now back in his Amos Dexter disguise. His loud assault rifle must be smuggled underneath. It'll either be in the garage or it will be in the morgue. And yeah, it's looking pretty good for Soviet here. He just needs to just play this a bit safe now. There's no reason to go for anything too out there. He's going to go around this little outside bit down by the jet skis, what are they called? Snowmobile, is that the one? And yeah, I'm hoping I thought there's guards on the way down as well, so yeah, Fe2o3's just not had a great time there. There's a lot of things all happening that did not go well. Yeah, I changed it. Jet skis. I mean, you probably could jet ski in the snow, just not for very far. It'd be fine. Snowmobiles, same S word, different day. Pretty much. Just add tracks and it's fine. So it has just picked up his loud assault rifle. And Yuki's been found. I told him to hide that body. Obviously he can't hear me, but I'm going to pretend that he can. And that is a sort of 5.5, 6 minute restart we've got now from Soviet. So that is not great for him. I'm sure that is very frustrating. So now we have the luxury of commentating over the exact same thing we've just been seeing. Don't listen to Mando, you rip. What do you mean? I told him to hide that body. He'd already opened the door with the key hacker. You know, it was just... it'd been so much safer. Yeah, Fe2o3 managed to bring her in with his briefcase because he opened the door to shoot her with a tranq, but she had not already gone past. And then just punched her in the face, which is one hell of a move. Soviet's also going to take the very long way, because he could just go up that middle bit where the director was, because Portman does loop around, so he's just going for a wander. Yeah, if this does end up somehow as a photo finish, Crudy, I'm sorry on your behalf, dude. Soviet, is he trying to... I was going to say, I thought he was trying to do the thing where you can get him to react to you and come in here, but I didn't see he deployed the actual fog grenade, but I think that method only works when you're in an actual suit or patient disguise or something along those lines. But he has managed to do that anyway, so he's now got his Portman disguise back, so let's see. Is he just going to go and wait at the sauna again for a couple of minutes? He is much better off in terms of timings this time, because he hasn't had to mess around with the Portman grab, because he didn't have that second lady that he hit with the remote emetic. So he's going to go and key hack his way into this room, empty the sauna out with plenty of time. And then I'm guessing he'll do a dance, and we'll be waiting for like 2 minutes while she heads over. Fe2o3 has hidden his briefcase this time, so he can do this seeker shot. Just about got her. I think he might have shot a dart directly in the backside. And now, so the Fe2o3's next issue is that I don't think he actually really has enough non-lethal KOs to really get these guards. They do need to be separated slightly. They aren't even going to enforce, so he can literally go and walk straight up to them. There's no reason not to. I don't know what his knowledge is of the game on that regard. Yeah, I don't even think he needs to seek a guard. I just think, like I said, they don't enforce, so he could literally just go and get rides up behind them and just stagger one of them with a couple of little bumps and knock them out separately. Would be his would be his option. At least, maybe that's just me, but I don't think I've ever had any issues with that. Like I said, I mean, you can see they don't have the Enforcer status above their head. They couldn't care less as to what's happening. And there we go, that's her isolated. So he's going to want to get this kill done, but obviously he needs to go and get the Portman disguise. And that second bodyguard will come back here. And yeah, there we go. So because he knocked her out too soon after, he just heads back to the same bathroom because the AI realizes it's still closer than the next bathroom to him. And yeah, Soviet, as I can say, he is doing a little dance. He's in the bathroom, just having a great time. Or in the sauna room, sorry, having a great time. It's a little bit nauseating, and that's coming from me, who is a known and avid spinner of mouse. But there we go. Soviet, you didn't need to bump her there, because now you brought the guard back in. Just let it play out. So yeah, Soviet's gone for the silent melee this time. I think it's probably a better move, because it means he doesn't have to worry about bumping that guard, and funnily enough, has boxed that guy. Sorry, boxed Yuki even, not that guy. It's been a long day, guys. I'm sorry. We'll box Yuki. That means he can't rip this time. Gonna go back now for his Amos Dexter disguise. That guy's stuck in an infinite pickup glitch, but it was unintentionally caused, so no problems there. And now he can go and make the long run back to Soda's, and he can get that kill set up. Yeah, and he can take the jet ski exit. But what he'll probably do first is he'll probably just turn it into a snowmobile. Does make it a little bit easier to get across the snow. Although, in fairness, it is pointing down a hill, so both would probably be quite effective if you just push. Just saying. Now, Soviet's going to be staggered now because he's going to have to wait for these two guards. I think he's changed his mind and he's actually just going to go back through the hospital instead. He has already keyhacked that door, so he can access that long hallway up. He just needs to be careful of the bodyguard at the top, the hospital director, and the other chap who comes up here. There is someone else. Yeah, there's that bodyguard I was talking about. He needs to be careful of the handyman as well. Nice pistol shot there. And just about catches a whoosh as well. That is really crap for Soviet. Just as he managed to pistol distract one bodyguard, there just happened to be another one there, just to taunt him. Fe is sort of being enforced, but he's not really. He's getting that weird like half enforcement because he's in a bathroom. But that's all that is. It's not like a proper enforcement. He is having a lot of issues with this, is Fe. Yeah, this is definitely looking in Soviet's hand. He just looks a lot more comfortable with this spin. He knows what he's doing. He's known what he's been doing since it first happened, and he's going to turn this guard around. He did throw that. It was a bit close for a throw-in for my liking, but there we go. Yeah, so pretty nice from Soviet here. As long as he gets the wall bang done with minimal issues, going to take the cams out first because why not? Let's see, does he get it? Yeah, he's got it straight away. Perfect stuff. Could change into a bodyguard just to make it even easier. He doesn't even need to drop his gun now. Yeah, and that is a very nice little Hokkaido there from Soviet. Fe nowhere near finishing, just come off a rip. Will not be getting within that 47-second window, so that is Soviet. He'll be winning 4-2 with what would have been a very quick Hokkaido, I think, had he got that working first time. 7 minutes for a spin with these two disguises and stuff. Definitely wouldn't have been unreasonable. I think he should be pretty happy with that one. Fe changing his strats now, but it is unfortunately for him too little too late, and we can see Crudy has confirmed those scores for us. He will be taking that 4-2. GG to Soviet. Can pay those predictions out before I forget. That was a 50-50 on Hokkaido, so congratulations to the Soviet believers, whoever you were. I think that's Back Games. Back Games went in 1K and he's come out, doubled his money, so congratulations. Let's have a quick glance at our brackets. Can someone go and let Observer know not to raid me as well and to raid Osh instead, because their game has just finished at the same time. Let's have a quick look at our brackets. And this was console. You feel exposed. Sorry about that, dude. I didn't mean to expose all your riches. But yeah, here we go. We have where that was lower bracket round 1. So that is Soviet advancing to the lower bracket round 2. It, of course, does mean that Fe2o3 will be leaving us from RR9. It has been officially eliminated after facing Pringles in round 1 and Soviet in his lower bracket round 1. So Soviet advances. He will face the loser of match 11, which will be either Tino or I Like Hitman. So that's a tough fixture that's going to be up and coming. And yeah, now we can have a quick look at our upcoming games at the same time. I think there's still a decent amount of scheduled action. Here we go. So starting literally in 2 minutes time, we have Fanium and Joker over on Osh's channel. So you will be getting sent over there in a raid any second now. And then we also have Alex versus Fe2o3 tomorrow at 8 PM CEST. We have 2 9 PM CEST games tomorrow between Togepi and Script, and Mady and Max. And then we have 2 games at midnight on Thursday CEST. We have Matty Spice versus That Observer. Regardless of this as The Observer, he is now That Observer. We have Friv versus Mr. Mike. That is at midnight as well. And we also have Omar versus Osh, which will be Thursday 8 PM CEST, which will round us up. And yeah, hopefully everyone has enjoyed this game. Crudy, shout out to you, dude. Thank you very much for casting. Thanks for the link, Pidgey. I did already have it, but I appreciate that anyway. So I'm going to raid Osh. I'm going to send you all over. And thanks very much for watching, guys. Send Osh the love, and good luck, Fanium Joker. Take care, guys.